Welcome to Off-Grid Victory. I just wanted to tell you it's been pretty cold here in the Ozarks, and in fact it's gone below freezing for a few days now and will probably continue to do so. So what do? Because the work has to continue. So in this particular space I've started drywalling, obviously, and now I'm onto the spackle or the joint compound. And so when you are using joint compound, you want to make sure that you're above freezing temperatures. Obviously, when you're working, you won't be able to spread it if the material is frozen. But more than that, in terms of drying, you want it to dry out nicely, and you don't want it to fracture. You don't want it to split. You want the drying to be done above freezing, and that's the critical thing, right? So, hey, you're living off grid. What do? Well, you need this guy. You need a wood stove. And so I've been working with the wood stove in this container for a little while. This is all kind of temporary, permanent for a little while until everything's done. But you do absolutely need to heat the space that you're working in. And that's mainly because, like I said, you don't want that joint compound to split. You don't want your seams to split. So this video, I'm going to just give you a couple tips on using a wood stove in a container space like this, as well as some of the joint compound use that I'm doing for the container. So first of all, I wanted to say, when you're using a wood stove like this, I just fired this guy up. It's not up to really operating temperature. It's about 125 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And so let me just show you. So if you're trying to start a wood stove, or let's say you're just trying to add more logs to it, whatever have you, you want to start off with obviously tinder material, newspaper, little sticks and logs. But if you open it up while the space isn't closed, let's see. See all that smoke and junk rising up here? Now that's just going to create a lot of smoke and yuckiness in your workspace that you don't want. And I'm going to close it back up because I want to seal that. But yeah, you don't want to be operating your stove in that condition. So what I need is a cold air intake, and I don't have one yet drilled out into this container. So what helps is, we have a nice sliding door here. So I'm just going to open that sliding door just a bit. Wow, I can already smell that. And then now I want to show you the effect that you get. The stove will now be able to draft properly. And I want to see if we can capture this. Let's see here. Okay, you can see, you know what, let me go ahead and add some sticks to just show you. Now these sticks have been in here, so they're pretty dry, but they still have moisture. And so I want to show you the smoke with this stuff. And you can see, oh, there it is. I don't even have to show it to you. This is what I'm going for right there. You see all of that backdraft? I'm going to add some more sticks in it right now, just to kind of give you an idea. So I'm just going to throw that in there and let it smoke up. But as you can see right there, the smoke is now going back into the chimney. And up here, I want to close it up. You can see that. You see all that smoke is being drafted back. The other thing is, you don't try to keep your door completely not open, and that also helps too with the draft. And then of course, once we close it, do you guys hear that? That's the fast rocket draft kind of effect that you get with these stoves. Once you have enough airflow, i.e. in this particular case, the sliding door. And then once you have the fire going, well, now you can close your stove and you can warm up the space. All right, so once you warmed up the space, now you can work, obviously. Your spackle is not frozen, and that's the main thing. And then you'll be able to work with it, and this is the kind of materials that I'm using for that. I'm using this short corner material for the walls, like so, like here, and you can see that's not dry yet. So you can This is why you absolutely need a stove. That also helps to dry out all the wetness, and it pulls the dampness out of the material. And that corner tape is also going to be used up there at the top. And then for the ceilings here, we're going to use this stuff. It's a fiberglass type of material. I forget what the name is, but I prefer this to the mesh. The mesh, sometimes as you sand it, you know, the ridges kind of come out, so you really have to spackle it, mud it really nicely. This stuff, you don't have to do as good of a job. As you can see, let me show you here. So this has been spackled nicely to a finish. I haven't even sanded it. See, there's no drywall material coming off because this has only been spackled. And so yeah, that's what I like to use for that. And then in terms of the hard corners like this that are exterior, you want to use the metal corner, forgot what it's called, but you want to use the metal material, not the paper products, the tape. So this corner, this short corner stuff is really only for the inside seams, whether it's above like this, on that, or on the sides like that. And the exterior gets a hard metal corner all the way down for rigidity. But ultimately, yeah, when working in the cold like this, absolutely you need to heat the space. And when you're off-grid like me, well, you got to use a wood fire stove. That is it. Alrighty, ciao.